thing.
Yeah.
That's really great.
So, about my character sheet.
They should be in that manila envelope. All the way
Yeah,
over
we're all
there.
missing our characters.
Manila
I also-
envelope I cannot reach because
I'm
there's
an
all these
idiot
goddamn cores
and
in
got
the way.
really excited that I grabbed these giant dice and then forgot to bring more dice.
Oh, you can totally. I have
If
extra.
could borrow,
I have
that would be
extra.
awesome. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna need your cursed dice.
My
I
cursed
forgot
dice.
mine. You never want to use someone else's dice if you can
And
help
this
it.
actually seems to match this.
It does match.
Yeah.
It's like a baby and a mommy.
It is a baby and a mommy. Hi, everyone.
I'm ready to go when you guys are.
We're ready to go. What's my character again?
Jimbo,
Jimbo.
Jimbo the
Warrior of the Light.
I don't
Sorry,
care
no?
what anyone thinks. I'm putting my chicken back.
Chicken.
Chicken,
You
chicken.
and your chicken.
Chicken, 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 chicken.
You're doing what?
I'm
He's
putting
screwing
the chicken
chickens.
back.
You're putting your chicken back.
She's playing chicken with you.
Keep fucking that chicken.
I feel like we need something. Maybe every
Now,
day
did
I'll
he
do a
say
different
plucking
sketch.
and people just misheard him, or did he literally drop the
Said
F-bomb?
keep fucking that chicken.
Who said that?
You've never seen that? It's great. It's a news anchor live, and he's joking with another news anchor, and it's clear that it's like an inside joke. But
Oh.
they're just like, ha, ha, "That's great, Jim. Thank you. Keep fucking that chicken."
And like one of the co-hosts, it's like this.
And like, yeah, the like lady co-host sitting beside him is just like,
You do not just.
I feel like that had to be a dare, right? Or something like someone.
no.
No, like meow.
I think
don't
he
know
just
if
got
this
way
meow
too
is
into
going to
the-
work out.
I think it got too into the banter, and it was a slip of the tongue.
That's awesome.
My favorite one is the lady who rage quit essentially on Alaskan TV. 'cause
She
it's
does,
like,
yeah. She rage quit. Are we live?
yeah,
Oh, we're live.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
good.
Hey, everybody.
Speaking of rage quitting,
Speaking of
live
rage
for like-
quitting,
we've been live for
flip
like
the
3
table.
minutes.
Okay, so
This is just
is
some banter.
the Escapist Live Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition stream. We're playing Hoard of the Dragon Queen in a room that does not
Dragons.
smell like brain damage and cancer. Thanks for your patience last week.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Plumbing
I'm
the
Jon
bug
Bolding,
scene.
your dungeon master.
Who now has brain cancer.
It's dark. That you went to a dark place really fast.
You just went right in that.
You
hole.
went for it, didn't you?
Keep bugging that chicken.
I'm joined today by Paul Goodman,
Hello.
playing
I am playing Hoult. I'm a ranger. All about righting the outlaw wrongs of this year land.
Greg Tito.
I am playing Maro Footlights, a half-elven actor who recently learned that he can use his powerful voice to cast spells. And he's trying to spread his business of acting and theater around the world.
Janelle Bonanno.
Hello, Escapist. I'm playing Hekabe, a former criminal who is trying to see the light and change her ways and maybe one day become a hero.
And
Through
Justin
torture and
Klaus.
intimidation.
We'll get
Hey,
there.
everybody. I am playing Caledryn the Hale, who is the battle priest of Tempest, who has to heal people and hit them with swords.
Big
No.
swords.
Yeah.
Two-handed swords.
A great sword, you might
a-
say.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
It's
an
an
okay
adequate,
sword.
adequate sword.
It's an okay
I wield a
sword.
decent sword.
A decent.
Not like that crappy bastard sword that guy has over there.
I have an all-right axe. Just pretty standard.
Does it only point right?
I give that axe 3 stars.
Three stars. Just normal.
Would you swing it again?
It's average.
If I had to.
Yeah.
There are better axes out there.
What? Are you listening
Way
to
to
us?
go,
Oh
Janelle.
my god.
Now that's gonna double the stream.
We just had Twitch Inception happen.
I just did a Twitch Inception.
Twitchception, if you will.
So
So
how are you guys doing?
they're not doing well.
They can't.
They're
speak to
watching us.
Don't you wish they could speak
They're
to us?
watching
Hey, now we have fans.
Speak to me.
We have fan.
Speaking of brain cancer,
We actually do have a fan.
We do actually have a fan. You can't quite see it.
we do have a fan this week. I'm so happy. I can feel it wafting over my legs.
Soon it's just going to be wafting warm
Sensuous.
To
Yes,
clarify,
yeah.
we have an air fan. A fan is blowing air, not literally someone who's a fan of our stuff down below, like waving cool air on us with a piece of paper or something. It's
That's
great,
great.
though.
That's the blow that I was thinking.
That's
Though
to
if,
clarify.
though if any of you would like to volunteer for that job,
We have internships now.
I do have
available.
internships.
we're taking resumes.
Taking resumes.
All of this is wrong.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So wrong, but it feels oh so right.
So speaking of wrong and feeling right, we're about to die.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Wow, we're gonna go
when
explore a camp.
Explore a camp.
Hey, stop being so pessimist.
Yeah.
when last
Yeah.
we left our team of intrepid adventurers,
Intrepid in the loosest sense of the word.
they had journeyed overland for a full day across the green fields to the southeast of the town of Greenest that had just been attacked by bandits. They were in pursuit of this army of cultists. After surprising a bandit rear guard and making an attack on a group of cultists who had stopped to eat lunch, they
Yeah, no chicken for you.
they have finally found the cultist camp in this huge horseshoe-shaped plateau, basically. And it is inside the kind of crevasse at the heart of this thing, right? And as we left them, they were walking brazenly forward towards the camp.
Thank you, Tito.
Yes.
I like that. That's nice.
I'm brazen.
Bump,
You're brazen.
Yeah, but then I start swinging my hips a little bit more.
Oh, now we're doing
bump,
this.
And then you
gets-
get
and it gets
you
weird.
get saucy.
And then we're
Now
sauteing.
we saucily walk
And
there.
then you have to isolate your upper body and you move your shoulders like a typewriter.
This feels weird. I'm just gonna go with the
And
sprinkler.
then-
Sprinkler.
and then-
Sprinkler.
And then you're belly dancing. So
I
This is what we learned from Hoult, who is a initiate and
Seasoned-
knows their
seasoned
practices.
belly dance.
I know their secrets. I know their secret dance parties and dance fights and their rap battles.
They're rap battles.
Disgraceful stuff. They forget about Dre all the time. You're not supposed to forget about Dre.
You're not. That's one of the rules.
It is one of the rules.
Don't call it a comeback.
So we were trying to figure out at the end of last session, I believe, how
Murder.
to best infiltrate this camp.
I believe the call was made. You were walking forward as a group into the camp.
I think
yes.
we were.
Yeah.
And there you are, right?
Ta-da!
There's a three trunked watchtower ahead of you, manned by kobolds. There's a few people who look like maybe hunters of some kind milling about. Some people coming and going from the camp itself.
Mm-hmm.
You approach, and as you approach, you see a couple of the kobolds kind of watching you briefly, and then they turn around and they go back to whatever dice game they're playing in the middle of their watchtower. And one of the cultists kind of looks over at you as you walk by. He's a guy wearing kind of blackish armor. He looks up, shrugs, goes back to what he's doing, and you walk forward, and you're in the camp.
I bet you I could do pretty well at that dice game.
If you're implying that you could cheat, I think you probably could outsmart some kobolds. Just throwing that out there.
Thank you.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure you're smart
I'm
enough
glad
to.
to see you recognize my intellect.
You can take all of their copper coins.
And
Mine.
buy a dagger. Maybe.
So, ahead of you, there's a few clusters of tents. Before there's kind of a steepish slope up to another flat surface where there are more tents and slightly more permanent-looking huts set up around.
Mhm.
All these tents down here are made of like poles and hide with like some sod thrown across the top. All the ones in this area, immediately around the mouth of the kind of crevice valley that you're in, are muddy and crappy looking, and they have like all these fetishes made from like bones and rotting herbs hanging out in front of them, and there's kobolds everywhere.
Mm.
It's clear that this is where all the kobolds stay.
There's a segregation going on here. We should probably head towards where the humans congregate. And in that way, we might actually find the person that we're looking for,
Leosin.
whose name is Leosin.
I can't imagine he'd be milling about with the kobolds.
No, yeah, let's head over there.
What's the story with this Leosin guy anyway?
Well, he's the one who taught me that I had power, that I could actually cast spells and call upon the arcane arts. Before, I just thought I was a performer, an actor. I didn't know I had any special talents whatsoever. But he taught me, and so I owe him a debt. And I heard he was this way, and then at the town we were just at, he was supposed to be there. It hadn't been seen, but then we discovered that Hekabe was also looking for him, and we think maybe he's infiltrating here. I don't know. He's a monk. His ways are very strange and different. You're not really sure.
Let's hope he's in one piece then.
Yeah, I hope he's in one
I
piece.
refuse to believe that he could have been killed during that awful encounter in the village.
I agree. He's way too smart for that.
Yeah.
So wait, he was the one who told you your puns were so bad they would kill people?
Yes. Yeah, and then I could actually use those puns to kill. As I've used in this game many times.
My puns are killing words.
Yes. My pun.
Killed it.
Mwad. Yeah, right, exactly. I left him in stitches.
Busted
Busted a gut last night.
You're gonna run out of these and not have any left.
Yeah.
I'm not careful.
I totally failed in my homework to bring Milton Berle and insults
should've.
to the table. I will next time. I swear.
Negative 30 experience points.
I promise. But let's head over to the human area and see if we recognize anyone,
Anything we're
Yes,
seeing?
let's.
At
and
this
maybe
point,
even find the leaders.
it's possible. I'm gonna have you all make a charisma check.
I'm gonna make it here on our handy dandy bird.
That's pretty good.
Put a bird on it.
That one's
Oh.
also not bad.
We got 2 15s. Just straight charisma, or can I do
Straight charisma.
deception? My charisma is a 19.
11.
So I got 16.
Even 10 across the board?
Got 10,
As they come out of the walls above us? Yes, I got a 10.
and you got 19.
19.
So this upper area of the camp is kind of a little bit more active. There are tons of people around. I mean, at this point, it's clear to you that there are more than a few humans here, as well as all the kobolds you saw earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Now, remind me, did we put on any of the dragon cultist paraphernalia?
We did not.
I
Made the call not
pointed
to.
out what they were wearing and everything, and the decision was made to not go back and strip the bodies for
Okay.
disguises.
I just wanted to make sure.
I think we also decided that wearing certain memorabilia might clue them off that we know more than we actually do.
And the last thing you want to do is clue them off.
I'm getting so clued off
Yeah.
right now.
In a raging.
Did I just mix two cliches together?
Kinda.
Okay, awesome.
Nice.
I like to do that.
All right, so we're not cluing anyone off.
No, we're not getting any raging clues here.
Look,
All the
we
clues.
already have bone fetishes in this
Oh.
camp. We don't need anything else.
You were saving that one.
I was saving that one. I really wanted to say it at the time, but
That's nice.
Do we recognize any of the humans that are here?
You don't, actually, at this exact moment. You can see some small huts up against the kind of camp, the steep cliff wall to the south of you now, because as you came up out of the area below, the valley widened and opened up a bit more, so there's more space up here than you could see from outside. There's maybe 25 or 30 huts up here. There's a clear hut out ahead of you that's kind of got a lot of space around it that is much more permanent looking. It's set up off the ground. It has a couple guards posted outside. You can see a group of people at the far end clustered around what looks like the entrance to a large cave, maybe some 300 feet from you. And all those people are clearing away brush, it looks like. And there's a person standing by them with a whip yelling at them as they clear brush. You can also see 7 X-shaped scaffolds that have been erected at the kind of peak of the hill, maybe 100 feet from that cave and 100 feet from that larger hut, and maybe 50 feet from the nearest hut. So they're kind of off on their own to a certain degree, and you can see that someone is tied to one of them.
nice.
What? Really?
Yes.
Um,
Arms and legs outspread. You can also see
That ain't right.
at this point, the second guard tower very clearly. It's set about it's sitting about halfway up the cliff on a little outcropping, built the same as the other, but there are 4 guys with longbows standing in it, overwatching the camp.
Interesting.
And I imagine they look a little bit more alert.
They look like professionals.
the kobolds. All right.
Can we maneuver ourselves in a way so that we can get a clearer picture of this person that's on the scaffold without
Certainly, yeah.
drawing the attention of someone?
You could. You'd
investigating
have to
him.
move into a cluster of these huts to get nearby, but there's people milling around.
Okay.
And you'd guess maybe 1 in 3 of these people are like wearing an insignia of the cult or something like that.
Right. So as long as you don't look suspicious, we should be fine.
Fly casual.
Yeah, fly casual.
Walk casual. Dance casual, because
Don't-
we danced in.
Don't be nervous. Holt, don't look around like you're trying to scope out who to kill first, even though we should totally kill that guy.
Where?
Yeah, so not that.
Once
So,
I
yeah,
drop my bow, it must taste blood.
Let's maneuver over to where the other cluster of huts are.
Okay.
Confidently and saunteringly.
Obviously,
I feel-
there's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I feel like we need to have like a conversational topic.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Just
we
in
should be like,
case
hey.
people come up and
So what's your
overhear
favorite
us.
kind of dragon?
I love dragons.
What do you like? Black ones?
Blue is my favorite color, so I really like the blue ones.
They're pretty cool.
Those are the ones I worship.
They have lightning that comes out of their mouths.
So as you are all approaching the
Caledryn's gonna take a couple steps back from the party. It's like, oh yeah.
Be casual.
the cluster of huts nearby, a couple of cultists break away from it and kind of start walking, not at you, but it's clear they're like heading to something that's on the other side of where you are. So they're going to have to pass by you. You're kind of doing that awkward shuffle where you try not to walk directly into the other people, right? And as they pass, they hold out their hands like this and they say, "Hail Tiamat."
Hail
Hail
Tiamat.
Tiamat.
Pass on by.
I was like,
I was really wondering
learned
if
about
anyone
this
remember
one.
that.
dramatic silence.
I was kind of expecting all of you to forget and then look at me.
Now, did they?
That would be weird.
When they
We
said
were-
that, was that in common or draconic? Or another language.
It was in common.
Okay.
Good to know.
Good.
Good guys. Remember that.
There you go.
Yeah. Cool. Have you heard of brown dragons? They live in like sandy, dusty, deserty areas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So do I see
Is
this
that
guy
why they're
yet?
brown?
Am
That's
I-
why they're brown, exactly, for the camouflage.
Are we close enough
Yeah.
to see him yet? Do I need to stealth away and try to get a better look at who
So
this individual is?
you all are amid this kind of cluster of huts where there are people with cooking fires going. There are people sprawled out sleeping, drinking, just doing the kinds of things that you might expect a
Band
a
of
large
raiders.
group of people to be doing.
It's like Bonanno.
A little bit. Yeah. The atmosphere is a little more Burning Man, though, to be perfectly honest.
So let's take a look at this guy.
It's clear that it's like
Who may be burning.
It's a lower rent version.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you can
that's
see
artwork.
from here,
So
this
anything
guy
unusual
he has
smoked.
pointed ears and a shock of black hair. That's totally Leosin.
Okay. I was just
Up
about to
on
ask. Describe Leosin.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't know what he looks like though. So
That's him.
who?
That's Leosin.
Well, that's not right.
Does he look like he's been whipped or anything? Is he hurt?
I would say
It's
yes.
hard to tell from this distance, but he can't be in good shape, right?
Is he
His
wearing-
kind of head is leaned back to one side, and he's not moving very much.
How far away are we?
You're about 50 feet.
50 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he wearing clothes still, or is he naked?
He is. He's wearing clothes.
Okay. That's a good sign.
And you see at this point 3 figures come out of that larger hut on the other side of this clearing from you and start heading towards the scaffolds.
Is any of the 3 figures a giant half dragon?
2 of them are.
Okay, I'm
Oh.
going to duck away and try not to look as familiar as possible to any of them in case
You're
one
going to
of them-
kind of immediately turn and walk the other direction.
I'm gonna make it look like shit.
Right.
I forgot something back
And actually,
in the hut.
as you're turning and walking away, the 3 of you are kind of casually like observing and talking to each other, and a smaller, a kind of a crowd starts to gather in the area around you, actually, of people like looking to see what's going to happen.
Oh, great. So we'll just fit in with the rest of the cultists.
Rabble.
I'm just going to try to make myself look as inconspicuous as possible because I don't want to run to Langadroza just yet. I don't want him to see me coming.
It's a good idea. Keep your face concealed. Is there is this in the center of the camp, essentially?
It's actually at the far end.
The far end.
Yeah.
And is there any
The east end of this
wall or anything
depression.
that would prevent us from escaping if we were to try to?
If you were to turn and run,
Yeah.
you'd have to make it back out through both the camp itself and the smaller camp of kobolds before you got to the mouth
Okay,
of the
so
valley.
inside this crevasse, it's
Unless you wanted to try and climb the walls of the plateau.
how high?
While the archers
Wait,
shoot.
crawl down. Crawl down the walls.
Up. You're in, so the plateau is up all around you. You're in a depression in the center of the plateau.
I see. I thought we were on the plateau. Okay, so how high are those walls?
They are some 100 feet.
Yeesh. Okay. Let's just watch and see what happens.
I mean, they're rough enough stone that you would feel confident in your ability to just scale them if you took your time, right?
Is there places to hide from archer fire? If we
You
need
can
to?
see caves interspersed
Oh,
along the walls. I mean, there's little cave-like openings and
Alright.
things like that all around. Yeah.
We might get trapped in those caves, though.
yeah, and that probably leads to.
There's
the
all kinds of
large cave
brush and
that-
things like that
Yeah.
It's
surrounding.
probably all like interconnected cave systems. We'll need to figure out what's going on here.
So you can see those three
Probably
figures now.
execution.
One is that
Well,
huge
if that's the case.
blue half dragon, for sure.
That we remember.
Yeah. He's wearing that golden scale armor that's almost looks more ornamental than effective.
Longadrosa Scion Wrath.
Yes, and that
Also known as Douchebag McGee.
purple tabard with golden swirls. The woman you can see now with him is the one with the
Big pauldron?
staff and the polearm and the large ornamental pauldrons built
Mhm.
onto her armor, and she's wearing purple robes now. And they're clearly very ceremonial. She's wearing a golden symbol of some kind. You can see it looks like it looks like a 5-headed dragon from here.
Mm.
The third person is a half dragon that's slightly smaller because its head hunches forward, but it's black scaled with sweeping horns that come from either side of its head forward to the front of its maw, and crooked snaggling teeth that stick up in every direction from its top and bottom jaws. And kind of a gaunt skull-like appearance to its head, right? It's got these like drawn back, open nose. It's almost skeletal looking, right? And it's carrying in one hand a huge greatsword with wicked barbs and hooks on it, and it's jet black and has a purple gem set into it. And it's not wearing any armor at all. It's just wearing these incredibly ornamental looking robes, much fancier, a lot more gold threading and kind of ornamental panels of fabric hanging off of it than the robes that either of the other two people with it are wearing.
So the mountain wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there an area that looks like you can climb unseen?
Roll perception for me.
What is that again?
It's wisdom.
Wisdom.
Actually, I'm sorry. Roll investigation.
Also wisdom. Or intelligence,
No,
actually.
No, yeah.
Oh, I like that one way better. Sure. Shit.
It's a huge die.
Damn.
It
And
might
yet,
actually
even
break-
as big it is, we still have a dice problem with the thing, or it doesn't always quite. We'll figure it out.
10.
There is a kind of V-shaped looking chunk taken out of the side of the plateau back
Okay.
behind that guard tower.
Mhm.
That's where you feel like you could sneak up or down without being seen. But if any of those guards were to just casually turn around to look the other direction, they'd spot you. Unless you were an exceptionally stealthy person.
Because one of the things I was thinking of, if one of us can, while this is all going on, if one of us could climb up and prepare an escape route with like a rope or something.
Yeah, that would be good.
That's the only thing I can think of right now.
Well, I don't think we can even get that guy away. How far? I mean, they're walking pretty fast, right? So I assume they're there at the.
They're there
at
by
the
now.
scaffold, right?
Yeah. They're talking amongst themselves.
We can't let him die.
We can't, no, but can we kill all of these people right now?
Is there no distraction that we can do and get away?
You hear a screaming, a pained screaming from up there, and you can see that the black half-dragon has just kind of casually set her sword against his arm. And he's screaming.
It's a magical sword.
And then she takes it off for a second, puts it down, says something that you can't hear.
Whatever we're gonna do, we can't do it now.
Yeah.
I don't think the numbers are in our favor.
There's 60 people gathered watching this right now.
Yeah.
The only thing I could think would be a distraction of, lighting a explosive fire on the other end of the camp, but
Something to set the kobolds off.
yeah.
I could try climbing the mountain, create a fire, and dump it
So
over on top
a guy
of him.
next to Caledryn kind of elbows him and is like, wow, Resmir's really giving it to him good, huh?
What'd that one do again?
I think he tried to impersonate one of us.
Ah. Well, he deserves
So
everything he
cool.
gets.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Jerk.
How long has he been here?
Oh, they brought him. He came back with us this morning. Didn't you see?
No, we just got back.
Oh,
Only a couple minutes ago.
you get lost.
Stuff for lunch.
Oh, I should have stopped for lunch.
Should have made a joke about how you should never give a kobold a map because it'll just read it down upside down.
Wait, what?
Don't give a kobold a map because it'll just read it upside down.
If you give a kobold a map, it's gonna want a compass.
Holt, what are you doing? You kind of slipped away.
I'm just towards the back of the crowd
Okay.
watching all of this, trying to basically seem like I fit in, but also I don't want to make it look like, hey, it's that guy I totally lightning bolted to death. You know?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm a couple feet just back from behind.
What
him.
was the He mentioned a name. I'm presuming
Resmir.
that's Resnir.
Resmir.
Resmir. So that's presumably the black half.
And that's the guy with the black sword. That's
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
And actually, anyone who speaks Draconic would recognize Resmir as a female Draconic name.
Okay.
okay. So there's the human female and
The black dragon's female, and then the blue half dragon is male.
interesting.
So the tents. Let's talk about these tents that
Okay.
are nearby. What were they made out of?
They're made of hides and wooden frames. Some of them have wooden floors.
So is the crowd that's milling around all the tents, sort of?
I mean, some
So-
of them are out in the open too. The spaces between
So I
tents.
could just mill about
very
the
easily.
tents very
Yes,
easily.
absolutely.
I have a plan.
So
What's your plan?
after
Does it involve
a
your
couple more
candle?
minutes of talking, the three up there turn and walk away.
They didn't kill him.
No, they just kind of talked to him for a while, and they seemed to enjoy what they were doing. Yeah.
They're evil.
That's what I was.
You overhear one of the cultists say, "I wouldn't want to be in that half-elf skin when the questioning gets serious."
Me neither. It's tough enough being in a half elf skin anyway.
One kind of does a double take. It's like, eh.
Is actually speaking of that, are all of the people here humans or are there mixed races?
Humans, dwarves,
Okay.
half-orcs. Yeah, there's a good mix of various races.
All right, just making sure. We
Not
weren't,
too
like-
many elves, but they're here.
Okay.
Evil is colorblind.
I'm just making sure we were like super giving ourselves away. Like, oh look, everybody looks. It's like, oh look, the one
elf guy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's certainly not like that.
So what is your plan?
Hey,
I
I'm just
have
saying,
some
dragon
flasks of
cultists might
oil.
also be racist.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I could mill about and get some of it on the tents, and we can set the tents on fire.
That's a possibility. One from farther away, I would assume, so that everyone's drawn to go and put it out farther away.
To all of them.
Well, there's tents right here, right?
Yeah.
You want to make a distraction farther away so that most
I
of the
just
camp
assume
goes.
that no one's going to care about the kobolds enough to go do anything about it.
I mean, a fire is a fire, right?
No, it's not going to be able to light a bunch of. The kobolds are just like mud huts. I don't know how you're really going to light that on fire.
That's true.
So, what I would like to do
Mm-hmm.
is take out one of my flasks of oil
Okay.
and walk around pretending it's like a drink.
Okay.
Just pretending I'm
Doing what you're doing.
doing what I'm doing.
Right.
And as I'm walking near the tents,
Okay.
what I would like to do is splash some of the tents with it and create, and just, like in my hand, like swinging it,
Right.
like spill some to make a trail to another tent.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. It probably won't burn like that though. It's not quite like gasoline.
Yeah.
It's gonna anywhere like you splash it on a tent, it's gonna make it burn fast, catch on fire faster there, but it's not gonna burn a trail between tents.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking by the time we get all this done too, it might absorb into the ground.
It's also a flask, which is ostensibly something that's about this big.
I was going to use it liberally.
You got like
Say,
5 of them. You got 5 of them.
Making a bunch of lines between tents would require like a barrel of oil.
Yeah, no, I think we're better off doing like one tent burning and then hopefully have that spread to something else.
So
Make an explosion.
So
they
I
don't-
continue up my drinking ruse, and I just mill over to one of the further tents,
Okay.
and I try to go, just milling about
Right.
on the side where I think less people would be able to notice me doing anything odd.
Right.
And I splash half of the flask onto the.
Okay. Kind of
Yeah.
splashed around.
It's going to get dark soon, right?
Yeah, I was about
It
to say.
is. You've got a few hours till night happens.
Is there one really close by that I can also do that to?
Tents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll do that to as many as I can.
They're in clusters. I mean, you've got plenty of time to kind of do as you please.
So I'll do that to as many as I can.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do that.
What do you think? Okay. So you see me kind of just drinking, being a
I've got
little
plenty.
drunk.
Whose are these though?
Hecabe's doing some stuff.
Is yours?
I thought those were yours. Isn't that your dice?
They're mine now.
Ah,
Maybe they're Josh's?
extra dice.
I think they must be
Josh's.
Josh's dice.
Yeah.
3 dice.
Josh. 3 dice.
That must
Three
be
dice.
that dice bag you told me you lost.
Well, that explains a lot
So
about
we
Josh's
can
lost dice bag.
try and
We can continue with the fire distraction, or we can just try to wait for it to get dark.
dark is good and the distraction might work at the same time.
That's
I'm
true.
in favor of darkness. Be easier to mask us going up there to get your friend.
So as the 3 of you are standing around talking, a very imposing looking half-orc walks up.
Mm.
Am I by them or am I still by the tent?
You're doing your own thing over
Okay.
there. He's got a whip on his belt, and he's wearing leather armor. And he kind of looks you over, and he's like, "Hey, lazy mercenaries, I've got work for you. Come on."
Mm.
He turns and starts walking the other way.
Are we lazy?
Caledryn will start following.
I guess we have to.
I'm gonna pat. I'm gonna just follow.
Okay. We're lazy.
Hopefully Hekabe sees us walking away.
Yep.
Keep it up. Keep up the ruse.
And he walks you over to a cluster of huts to the north of you, near the foot of the cliff where the guard tower is, and and you can tell that this is an area where there's kind of like some centralized food preparation going on. And he walks you guys into a tent that smells like a abattoir, as in it's a slaughterhouse. There's several skinned elk hanging from the rafters in here, as well as a pile, literally like 5 dead antelope.
Mm-hmm.
And he indicates the antelope. He says, "You all know how to dress a kill?"
Well, I know how to dress to kill.
Nor him. He's new. I can take care of it.
You?
Oh, am I here? I wasn't sure. If I
Oh,
was
sorry.
here.
No, he's looking Caledryn. You?
I got a little bit.
Okay. You, come on. He points at Maro.
Okay.
He says, "You two, dress these antelope. Take 2 to the cave mouth."
You got it, Chief.
Oh God, we're speeding something, aren't we?
Probably.
Hang the others up, all right?
Sure.
You can take a hunch. And then he turns and he's like, come on. Takes Maro. He takes you to the tent next door and he sets you down in front of a pile of vegetables.
Ooh.
He's like, sort the rotten ones out.
For us to eat? Or are those for the kobolds? Are those for the kobolds?
Take the rotten ones. Down to the kobolds. Good thinking.
See? I will.
Aye. Good.
All right, I will
When you're done,
break out my survival skills.
you're done for the night when you're done. Okay? Good. And he walks off.
Thanks.
All right, I'll break out my survival skills. Got to keep up the charade.
You know, he's a really nice slave master.
I know. I was expecting this to go a way different way.
Yeah, me too. All right, so I'll just peel
Because
some
he thinks we're
potatoes.
mercenaries. They're getting paid, not slaves.
Still, he's got a whip. That usually means bad person. Right?
Or sex dungeon master.
You're assuming
Yeah.
that's what the
Certain level of
The other,
sexiness is
the
required.
other kind of dungeon master.
Oh,
yeah.
You're good thing you didn't do both. I mean, that's kind of cool.
A certain amount of.
So, guess
Moving
who's
on.
used-
I'll
right,
do my
I-
work of. Do I have to roll for vegetables?
No, you don't have to roll for vegetables.
I got +4 survival.
You were a waiter for years. You're an actor.
That's true. I know. I know all about the food service
You
arts.
worked in taverns.
You only have +4 survival. That's kind of odd.
Everybody in Waterdeep's like, I'm an actor.
Okay,
But all they ever do.
so if we kind of have the run of this, this might be good actually. If he's saying we have
Yeah,
a night off
there's a
after
few kobolds screwing around in the same tent as you. They seem to be cooking, but
this. Mostly just
It's terrible.
It's hard to tell what kobolds exactly qualify as food.
yeah.
Chicken.
They
Well,
like
those are
chicken.
humans.
All right, so
Everybody likes
you
chicken.
guys are gonna dress these kills, huh?
Yep.
And then go feed something.
I'm really
Yeah.
interested to see. I hope Hekabe knows what she's doing.
So whenever I'm done,
Okay.
are there people just hanging out?
Yeah. There's lots of people just hanging out.
So I'm going to stay by the tents
Okay.
that I
Yeah.
so lovingly dressed, and I'm going to take out my deck of cards,
Okay.
I'm an actor.
and I'm going to see if anybody wants to play poker with me.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you pretty quickly, like, these people are all very bored, right? And that's the only entertainment here. So
A
they're
lot of maraudery and
pretty
pillaging
quickly,
going on.
you
Gambling.
get a group of 5 people ready to gamble with you.
Awesome. And do I think, what's the temperature like?
It's late fall right now. I mean, it's
Okay.
getting on towards the fall.
So I'm gonna tell everybody that, oh, you know what? This game is gonna get serious and it's getting dark soon. I'm gonna make a quick little campfire
Okay.
so we can see.
Yeah, so some people are like, oh, that's a good idea. And so they make up more of a
Awesome.
fire,
So
they
I
help you
build a
do it. I mean, it
campfire.
happens in moments,
Sweet.
right?
Sweet. And then I make sure.
You want to keep like a one branch of wood like half in the fire so you
Yeah,
can just grab it out by the other
but then
end,
I
right?
wanna
Yeah.
be sitting
So
with, like,
you're consistently doing that.
awesome. So and then I sit everybody down and just
I see where you're going.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Okay, so
I start dealing the cards.
I want you to make. Are you just trying to win money off these guys?
Yeah.
Are you trying to talk to them? What's your goal here?
I'm just trying to win money, but if I can start a conversation.
Mostly you're trying to get rich.
But if I can start a conversation, I don't want to draw too much attention to myself, so I'm afraid of conversation.
Right.
If
How much
your
cash do
half-elf
you actually have
mentor
on you?
dies, you can just
How much
buy a
cash
new
do I have on me?
mentor.
20 gold.
Okay. And what are the stakes like right now?
I want to keep it reasonable for everyone involved.
Okay.
So we can play for a long time
Right.
without.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna roll a d20, and you're proficient with your deck of cards,
Yes.
aren't you? So you're gonna roll a d20 plus charisma plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Charisma. I got a 14.
Plus your proficiency, so another 2. Right? What's your charisma?
My proficiency is +3.
Ah, got it.
You got a 14. Okay, so you managed to win
So much gold.
You managed to win 4.5 gold off these guys.
Sweet.
There's another guy who shows up, who's like just an absolute shark.
Mm-hmm.
And he wins a little more money
guy.
than you before you drop out,
Okay.
right? So you spend much of into the evening playing cards.
Okay.
And
Unless someone comes gets me, I'm just gonna stick with plan.
yeah,
Plan.
so you're playing cards. Would you like to make a charisma persuasion check to talk with these guys and learn things from them about the camp?
Sure. What is my persuasion? Nothing. Okay.
Not good.
You don't want to roll badly on this.
Oh! that really
So,
bad.
guys, tell me everything about our secret
So
plan
that was
for
fun,
world
guys.
domination.
Nice role playing with everybody. I'm out.
Tell
The
me
GM
about
says you don't want to roll bad at it
As
as you're rolling it.
Roll another d20, add your charisma bonus.
That's called entrapment, sir.
I'm not using this dice anymore.
Nope. No, it's done.
What is the check?
Charisma.
I got 7.
So there's this really harrowing. Okay, so they're like talking about the raid and the good moments. And this guy starts telling this story. He's like, yeah, really early on, there was this fucking strange moment where we were in this alleyway, right? Pillaging this house. And this whole crew of weirdos comes around the corner. And they've got a bunch of civilians with them. And we're like, all right, well, let's go get them, right? Let's shake them down and get their money.
Yeah.
And so they dash down a side alley, and then one of them, is like, oh, we're on your side for this half moment. And we're like, wait a minute. No, I don't recognize them. And then we go after them, but they're gone. And we didn't catch them. It was the weirdest thing. Never saw any of them again.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
Where do you think you left them?
I don't know. Have we played poker before? You look awfully familiar. And you realize that this is totally the guy you juked.
Yeah,
Right at the beginning of that raid.
I'm with you, DM. I basically, I travel a lot, perhaps.
You with the cult?
I'm a mercenary.
Oh, yeah, maybe before then.
Yeah, I travel around trying to sell my sword.
Yeah. So you do manage to pick up some other interesting information.
That was amazing.
Over the course of the thing.
I'm sweating right now.
They refer to that cave on the east end as the nursery.
Okay.
And they talk about how the treasure pile in the nursery must be pretty huge by now that they've raided all the towns in the surrounding area.
Mm-hmm.
You get the impression that Greenest was actually the one they were saving for last.
Okay.
You learn that the dragon is gone. The blue dragon left. It's not clear where it went.
Okay.
But they're
Was
like,
it the dragon I shot?
I wish the dragon was still around.
Was it the dragon I shot?
It was the dragon you shot.
Yes. Scared it off. That's me. Hoult.
Yeah.
I did that. I scared off it.
And you learn they've been here for about a month and a half.
Okay. They've been at it for a month and a half.
Yeah. It also becomes clear that most people here are not full-fledged members of the cult. They're mostly initiates, people who are trying to get full entrance into the cult, and that the black half-dragon Resmir is in charge of the camp. Okay. Though Frulam Mondath, who apparently is that woman with the elaborate shoulder armor, is the one. Mondath, Mondath. She's apparently the one who actually handles like day-to-day operations around here.
So she's the COO.
Yeah. She's actually the one making things happen. The Black Dragon rarely speaks to anyone, and when people interrupt her, tends to get irritated.
Okay.
And apparently everyone stays out of the Blue Dragon's way.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Yeah, I wonder why they would
So
say that.
you've finished dressing antelope corpses. There's a pile of guts and viscera.
Reminds me of my early days out in the woods.
What did you do with it in your early days?
Well, usually I just threw it in a pile.
All right.
Soup.
That too.
Well, so
Get a stew
Caledryn
going.
will pick up his
You're going to both take an antelope?
and go take it where we were supposed to take it.
Uh-huh.
I'm getting really tired of peeling vegetables.
You are. Yeah.
You
So
should.
you all make it about halfway to that cave.
Yeah.
And you're walking across that big open space in front of the largest hut building, and basically a straight shot between that largest hut building and those scaffolds that people are tied to. And you get about halfway across that clearing, and one of the guards wearing so now that you're closer, you can see there are four big dragon-like critters laying about in front of the tent.
Entrance.
Yeah, and there are 3 guards in black chainmail with shields and axes standing around too. And one of those guards breaks off and intercepts you guys about halfway across, like waving his hand. He's like, "You can't go to the nursery."
Oh, I mean,
You're
Guy with a whip.
Didn't anyone tell you that?
No, guy with a whip told us address this and throw it for the cave and then come back.
you know how it is.
Neither of you are initiates.
Oh,
No.
he didn't specify we had an escort or something. Can you walk us over there just to drop it off? We don't want to get in no trouble and have our pay get taken from us because.
No, leave it here. I'll deal with it.
All right.
Yeah.
You sure it's kind of messy?
Tell Karab not to send mercenaries again.
All right, that's fair. This pile of meat just on the ground.
Yeah. And he actually whistles, and a couple of those big dragon-like dog things come bounding over.
Hey, real quick, who should we tell told us not to come here?
Karab,
Karab? Okay. All right, we'll let
the
him know.
half-orc.
We'll
He's probably by the prisoners.
No, I meant your
And
name. Your name, just so we can make,
My name is not for the likes of you.
All right.
Shit.
I apologize.
Karab is probably by the prisoners, and he points to a cluster of huts kind of on the edge between on the edge of the hill. He's like, "Go tell him now."
All right, we'll LT on that. Go away.
Caledryn will just kind of
He kind of
shrug,
reflexively,
like
by the way,
it's-
throws up the sign.
I feel like what we should do is are there any Dragon Cult infiltrators near? Hail to your man. See who does there.
Hail Hydra!
Sure. Well, we'll head off in that direction.
Okay.
Does he have a straight line of sight of us the whole time as we're moving?
Yeah, but he isn't watching you.
Okay. I mean, at that point, I think we should start trying to find everybody else.
Yeah. Well, I'm at the head of the
You've
cave.
sorted
with all
a
the
hojillion vegetables, and you're like, "I hate everything. I hate everything. I hate everything."
This is why I quit.
This is why
Rose Tavern. I quit working there for vegetables.
Welcome to
My
Rose.
kobolds are being a pain in my ass.
So you're done with
Wait,
your
hey,
task.
where do you guys
though,
go?
At this point?
I see Caledryn and Hoult walk up.
Yeah.
Where you got? What's happening?
Well,
Oh, we did what they dropped off the
they
animal.
really don't
corpses.
want anybody by that cave, though. We're intercepted by
What's
a
with
bunch
the
of,
cave?
black-coated jackholes.
Did you find out what was in there?
They called it the nursery.
Oh, so there's babies in there.
I'm pretty sure it's not the kind of babies you think they are.
Yeah, it's probably the dragon babies.
Probably dragon
Probably
babies.
more
They
of
aren't
those-
as cute as they sound, just so you know. Those things, I imagine, are pretty bitey.
Yeah.
Probably just more of those dog things. Not actual dragons.
Well, didn't somebody say something about eggs?
No. I don't remember anything about
I need
eggs.
to go for some eggs right
I
now.
think that's what the dragons, these dragon cultists are all about. Are hatching eggs, right? That's what the arcane masters in Baldur's Gate taught me about that. I know about the dragon cult of Tiamat.
Sure.
Feel
You barely
fine.
know more than me.
Yeah.
We should find Hekabe.
Well, it's an arcane thing.
So you go off to find Hekabe, and that's a perfect spot for us to take a break.
Okay.
So
Break time.
we are the Escapists. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. We're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Thanks, everybody.
Very soon.
Stay tuned.
We'll be right back. Got to pee. I drank too much water.
I drank too
And we're back. We're back. And we're back.
Und wir are back. Hey, if you're just joining us, you might be just joining us. You could be just joining us.
You could be just joining us.
I'd appreciate it if you were just joining us.
Hi.
Hi.
I would appreciate if you were Justin joining us.
Hey. That was
Hello.
nice.
Just in time.
I'm Jon Bolding, we're the Escapist, and we are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition, the Hoard of the Dragon Queen Adventure. I'm the Dungeon Master. I have with me Paul Goodman, who is...
I am Hoult, Ranger, all about scaring off dragons and righting outlaw wrongs.
I am Maro Footlights, half-elven bard extraordinaire.
I am Hekabe, human criminal mastermind turned potential fighter.
And I'm Caledryn the Hail, the
Can't
battle
fight for
priest.
shit, so-
You're a potential
I
fighter.
can't fight for shit every time I roll for it.
So,
Let us know if the sound goes out. I might have kicked the soundboard. Just throwing it out there.
nice.
So I just realized,
It's nice.
and I'm gonna put this.
Stop kicking things.
Way to
I'm
go,
gonna put this
stagehand.
by the camera so everybody could see.
Yes.
But I think that's a spin down die, and I can't use it anymore.
Oh, yeah, it's a
You know-
magic die.
Oh, that's totally a spin down die.
I really do have to say that I have only ever heard the idea that those are unbalanced and roll wrong from gamers.
Not from dice
It's-
manufacturers.
I've
you mean?
never
perception.
heard. I think it's all
I
perception.
would like to see an article on our tabletop channel delving into that and debunking the myth.
Well, I think the
Well,
idea is that you can
do
kind
it,
of
and you can roll dice
No, like-
7,000
you can kind
times.
of twist it in a way that is more favorable because most of the higher things
Yeah.
are here.
So it's a cheating dice
It's a cheating dice.
for people who cheat.
Yes.
Yeah, the spin downs are easier to
clearly-
cheat with. That's what it is.
Oh,
It's not
good.
that they're like statistically any less
Cheating.
random.
As
So-
someone who just rolled a natural 1 when it really
Yeah, I was
matters,
trying to say, like,
I'm not cheating.
But
I
that's
was
what a
gonna
cheater
say-
would do.
I did
Throw off
throw
the
us
scent.
off. Yeah,
I
it's
did
true.
read an article a couple of years back about someone who actually did test Games Workshop's official dice against other dice and
Yeah.
found out the Games Workshop dice actually were manufactured in such a way to be statistically uneven.
That's nice.
So they like all the different batches were so horribly off the board that it never rolled. Like after like thousands of rolls, they never rolled
the only solution
consistently.
is to only buy casino dice sealed in the packaging still.
It is the only way.
Straight from
But
the manufacturer.
They don't have
Yeah, you buy
polyhedral
these.
dice, though.
Gotta buy some science dice.
Game Science does make casino quality
They do.
polyhedrals.
They do.
Yeah.
Well, that's what needs to happen.
these ones
You
are.
know, Las Vegas needs to get on the bandwagon and start doing some gambling D&D, where you can bet money to see if
You're
your
all sitting
character
around
dies.
a fire. A poker game has just broken out.
Speaking of Las Vegas,
And you're here, the four of you. You're in this camp. The sun is dipping down, has dipped actually below the edge of the plateau, right? Setting in the east. But the light, you can still see the sky is lit up, and you can see the plains beyond with the setting sun cascading across them.
As they walk over, I pull out my 4.5 new shiny gold, and I made 4.5 gold today. What did you
Oh.
guys do?
Really? You call 5 silver a half gold now? That's what you call it? It's petty. It's petty. Well, I did really good. I got a really good blister right here from cutting up those dang vegetables. See?
I told you were gonna.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know that bet you in this because you were holding the instruments wrong. How many times do I have to teach you how to scrape vegetables?
More times than it takes me to pay attention, I guess.
Apparently,
Yeah,
you've learned nothing from me.
it's true. My hands are
I have
dainty.
failed you somehow in vegetable preparation.
Of course, my hands could release thunder upon your face right now, but I'm not going to. I shan't.
Are you sure?
So what are we going to do about Leosin? Because he's right there, and he's probably going to die.
We're at the table with everybody else.
No, you guys are by
okay.
yourselves. Yeah, I mean, there's cultists around, but you're at just like
I thought we literally just walked up to
No,
Janelle's
the
poker
game had
game.
broken up.
The game was is breaking up and people are leaving.
Well,
Caledryn, I'm sorry. You're right. I should not speak so strongly about betraying this clan.
well,
Good cover.
Sure.
if trouble breaks out, I have a fire ready for dinner.
What'd you do? What
You
if
know what I
fire?
mean?
What are you talking about?
You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
None of us know what you mean.
What's your fire?
I just point to the fireplace, and then I was like,
Yeah,
had to make
that's a
sure it's
fire.
not too close to these tents over here, otherwise they might catch a blaze.
Oh. You've got a hot hookup planned for later, I see.
So be careful that you don't kick the flames. We wouldn't want that to happen.
I see. And do you think that's going to work? What do we do once we somehow get our friend? What's the plan then?
Well, there's also prisoners.
Right.
Like more prisoners.
There's more prisoners?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, he points where that dragon cultist warrior indicated that Carib probably was.
Oh no. We got to get them too.
I don't know if we can save them all.
Well,
maybe enough chaos will break out.
How big of a fire were you planning?
Big as I can make it.
It's an admirable goal here, but we're not leaving anyone behind. I don't want any innocents left suffer the wrath if we manage to make off with a couple of their prizes. We got to figure out a way to shut this whole thing down right here.
As long as we don't leave any of us behind in the process.
But remember, we were just paid to come out here for information.
Yeah, well.
We are not an invading force.
Well, do you see anybody else back at that town could come over here and do anything about this?
Yeah, that entire keep full of soldiers that were still around.
Better than the four of us, anyway. But maybe Leosin knows something that we could use to free those prisoners, too.
Yeah, there are really only around 20 militia in that town, too. And there's easily 80 warriors
20
here. That's more
militia.
than 4.
Not to mention the half-dragon lady with the sword and the unpleasant disposition.
Yeah. So wait, are you arguing for attacking or for not attacking?
I'm actually neutral.
I'm arguing for getting all the innocents out.
Yeah, we should try, but I don't know how. We'll just end up dying. But that's cool, I guess.
I don't.
I mean,
I've got a
they
candle.
seem to be using them for some kind of labor. I don't think they're gonna kill off their labor force if one prisoner goes missing.
If that's what you want to tell yourself, so you can sleep better at night.
Sure, that's what I'll tell myself. I'll go to sleep just fine.
So, if you start the fire and then we just rush and kind of cut this guy down, do you think we can make it to the wall in time?
We still have that guard tower to deal with.
That was the plan.
How do we?
I point them over to the thing I noticed in the wall that kind of was hidden.
Mm-hmm.
That area. I sort of point that over to them and said that if we're gonna make a climb for it, that would be the best spot.
Well, I have one spell left that I could cast.
I can call on Tempest's power one more time as well.
Are there any animals around?
I might be able to.
Not really.
Depending on how experienced those guards are in the guard tower, I might be able to convince them to take a nap.
Yeah.
Those dog things. Can I have any chance to talk to them? Or do I think I could talk to those dragon dog things?
No.
And I can do that from a pretty fair distance.
That would be our best bet, I think.
How far away is the guard tower from us right now?
From you right now?
Yeah.
400 feet.
400 feet.
It's on the other side of the camp and halfway up a cliff.
And how far is it from where the scaffold is, where Leosin is tied up?
300 feet.
300 feet? Okay.
How noticeable is spellcasting?
Quite.
Like you're just
Depends on the spell.
pretty light
To a certain degree.
Okay.
Some spells are only verbal components, but you still have to recite them in a full and open voice.
Maybe we should find out what the components for sleep are.
You pretty much always have to recite a spell in your outdoor voice,
Your outdoor
My
voice.
outdoor
Not your
voice.
library voice?
not your library
Isn't
voice.
there a feat or something for quiet?
There's a few
Spellcasting?
classes and a few spells that can be cast quietly, but not that many.
Yeah. Vocal, somatic, and material.
So yeah, sleep.
So you're like waving
Sleep
your
includes
hands
making
and-
elaborate motions.
Whatever
and-
you do in the guard tower, don't feel sleepy!
Well, the good thing about the darkness is that it will...
So, but you could go into that little crevice and try and cast sleep up at the guard tower, and then nobody in the camp would see you. But if you fail to put all the guards to sleep, they are going to go on high alert.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, the other option would be to have somebody try to sneak up to the guard tower and dispatch them more mundanely.
Do you have a clear shot at them?
Well,
Are they walking around?
you can only take one out at a time. If you don't put more than, if you leave one asleep or if you leave one awake, I might be able to take care of him. But if 2 of them don't fall for your little tricks, we're in trouble. I can't shoot 2 guys at once. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could, but I'd rather not risk it.
Yeah. All right. So here's the plan. See if, and you guys tell me how it's stupid. Hoult and I go up to the crevasse. I'll cast sleep on the guards. He'll try to take out whoever can't. You two, at the same time, you start the fire and then run up and with Caledryn and try to cut down Leosin and then run towards the crevasse where we are, and we'll meet up there.
I think he should be closer to Leosin than to me when I start the fire.
Right.
So he could immediately, as people's attention are distracted, cut him down and run.
Okay. And it's really imperative that you say fire. Like
Oh,
you start
yeah.
the fire and then you'll be like, all right, fire.
I'm scared of fire.
As you should be. All kobolds are scared of fire.
Actually,
All 5
how many-
kobolds
how
under
many
a
people are-
costume are.
How many people on the guard tower? 4, you said?
4.
Does it look like they rotate out every now and then?
They must, but you haven't seen them do it. It's dark now. You can't see that guard tower
Okay.
from where you are. There's not a light in it.
Oh, not lighting it. Oh.
Did were the guards all humans, or were they a mix?
They look like humans.
So they can't see either. Is there a bunch of light sources near these scaffoldings, or is it just dark there?
It's
as
dark
well?
over there.
So
It's kind of in the on the edges of some of the campfires.
Do we think somebody that is proficiently stealthy could just actually just sneak up and cut down Leosin without being spotted?
Maybe.
I mean, we may be going through elaborate measures to.
Yeah.
Well, it's not me.
I'm not stealthy either.
All right, I'm on it.
Okay.
Let's see.
And then at
What
the first,
kind of
at the first sign
signal?
of danger, then we give a signal to Hekabe and she can light the fire.
Kind of.
And I will sleep the guards, and then you'll just protect
And then we're running
Sure.
to climb the cliff.
to climb the crevasse. That looks like it could go.
Okay,
Oh, that's our best bet at trying to get up up the wall, right?
that's what I think.
That's the spot that you identified that you think you
Yeah.
could climb, and no one would be able to see you
That's what I think.
Okay.
very easily.
When they all came to battle earlier in the town, do they have mounts like horses and?
Some had mounts.
I mean,
dragon thingies they had.
that could also be a problem.
That definitely could be a problem.
Well, they can't climb up the walls with them.
Sure, but they can definitely catch us before we get back to Greenson.
Possibly.
Unless we think we can get lost in the woods.
We're good at that.
I mean, so the plateau is, how heavily wooded is it? I mean, it's just a big flat plain where,
Scrub.
yeah, we're kind of screwed.
Well, they would have to go all the way
Some
out
large
and around to
bushes,
get to
scrub.
where we would be, right? If we're at the top of the plateau.
No horse can scale the side of this plateau
Right.
unless there's a trail cut somewhere that you haven't seen.
But what about big lizard thing?
I mean,
Because that's what they had as mountains.
It's a hard call.
Weren't lizards.
They were not riding the giant drakes.
I'm not worried about them catching us within like 10 minutes after we get out of here. I'm worried about it took us half a day to get up here.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think we should do then?
Why don't we steal the mounts?
Can we ride the dragons?
That, or we take the information we've collected back to Greenson.
Just leave the prisoners and this guy they're clearly torturing?
That's what we were paid for.
Yeah. I don't know. My vote is to at least try to get out of here with this guy.
I mean, I
He
don't know.
means a lot to me.
All right. What's in it for me?
More information.
I got
Better
4.5 gold.
4.5 gold.
I mean, I used to be a mercenary. 4.5 gold is a little light for risking my life.
For a day's work.
4.5 gold's like what you pay him to stand be a rent-a-cop for an hour at like a press event.
4.5 gold is
Waterdeep mayor.
What do you guys think?
Oh, well, this whole situation just smells of high heavens. There ain't no good way out of. I don't think there's any. Nope. I don't think there's a good way necessarily to get your friend down. I don't think there's a good way to get prisoners out.
I mean, I might be interested in helping you guys out, get free this guy just to piss off the dragons, but other than that,
That's what it'll do. What about you, Hekabe?
Houston was my only hope.
for
For what?
Stuff? No, supposedly, rumor has it that he would be able to help me in my path to becoming a warrior.
you seem to have that fairly well handled. You put the pointy end in the person.
Has she done that yet?
I
haven't seen that
think
happen.
I've never done that yet.
She could clearly use some training. Well, Laosin is a good man, and at the very least, he would be a helpful ally once he's healed up to come back and eradicate these cultists.
Well,
And I have a sneaking suspicion he's trying to infiltrate them just like we did, and is trying to gain more information. It might give more insight.
Well, he looks pretty well infiltrated.
Yes, he's paid for it. So we got 3 voting for this plan.
Yeah, like I said, pisses off the dragons. Yes, I'm in.
All right.
Oh God, I'm so nervous.
Does everybody know what they're doing?
I got a query.
What's that?
Do we have any bedrolls or anything we could snag to maybe prop up in the scaffold? They need to make it look like someone was there.
That's a good idea. Like a decoy?
Yeah. Anyone around here you hate?
I'm sure we could scrounge up some materials for that. Let's go look around.
Okay, I guess we'll.
I'm gonna stay by the tent just in case. Like, if something goes wrong, I can always just light it.
Yeah.
Just for the
plan.
hell of it.
Oh, I thought we were looking for stuff. Sorry.
Oh.
I misunderstood.
Yes. You stay here. We'll look for stuff.
Okay.
Is there anything that we could use as an approximation for?
You're gonna
a
sneak
person?
around and try to
What are they?
kind of steal stuff? Is that what the plan is here?
No, we're just looking for like something that we could use as a body.
Uh-huh.
Short of an actual body.
I mean, like
No, we could find someone who's sleeping in the outskirts and,
like the animal carcasses or something, like anything that could.
Okay.
Stuff that would not draw attention, obviously.
Okay.
That would not be stealing.
I mean, I think this may also be overcomplicating things.
Overcomplicating things. Let's just keep going.
I mean,
Good idea, but there's not enough time.
No? You're not gonna do that?
I don't know. What do you think?
Now you're trying to sneak up to a dude with like something that it's approximately the size of a person carrying that. Like, that doesn't that seem like it'd be harder to sneak?
At the most, it'll gain us, and not that much time.
Fair enough. It's
I
an
agree.
idea. Came to me in a vision.
A vision. Are you sure you're not?
No, let's go.
Okay.
So let's get in position.
Okay. Get into
We're
position.
doing this.
I'll go with you, Caledryn, near the crevasse. You're gonna sneak up, try
Sneaking
to
up
cut
to
down the body.
Leosin.
He's pretty slight, so you should be able to carry him on your own
I just hope he's
to
quiet.
where we are. And Hekabe, you stay by the huts and try to see as best as you can what's happening and meet up with us.
Roger.
You may be behind, though. You may be on your own a little bit.
I mean,
We're not gonna wait for you. I don't think we should wait. Is that unless we should? What do you think?
we need to go. I mean, she's not gonna reveal herself.
Right. You're actually probably more safe than we would be.
As long as nobody catches you setting the fires.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
But we'll meet up.
Okay.
I'm going to give a pep talk and say that everyone here is going to do great work in the next 10 minutes. You are all amazing people. I like everything that you've done, and you're going to make some excellent plans come to fruition with everything that you're doing.
Nothing will go
Like that.
wrong.
I like you. I like your faces. And your choice in outfits is wonderful.
If you try to hug me, I'm going to punch you.
Not hugging. I'm just want to say We're all counting on you.
Alive?
We're all counting on you. Good.
That's nice. It was
All right.
nice. I feel warm, snuggly inside.
All right, I guess
right
I'm
now.
gonna.
May Tempest guide us
As they
in this battle.
motion to walk away, give them the sign.
Hail Hydra.
Yeah, Ladra.
Hail Tiamat. Praise Tiamat's glory.
Praise Tiamat in all of his glory.
Yeah.
I always thought it was Tiamat too, but apparently it's Tiamat.
It's Tiamat.
The 5-headed dragon will burn this place to the ground.
Okay. Getting into it.
So Caledryn will
Scorcher.
meander like over near like
Okay.
I guess getting up close to the wall because at some point we'll get near the cliff face and the guard tower won't be able to see us. And then just kind of like just kind of be like walking around the edge of it.
Taking a piss, maybe.
Where
Yeah.
are you going specifically?
I guess we're going in like there's like a little like I guess V crevice behind the tower.
Mm-hmm.
So we're heading towards that.
I'm with Caledryn.
Mhm.
But we're like,
The idea is that
Mm-hmm.
he can cast a spell back there
Mm-hmm.
and not be noticed by the entire camp.
Right. Holt.
Well, you said it's pretty much pitch black between me and the
It's getting dark.
thingy, so when it's nice and dark, I will begin to sneak over.
Okay.
I will disappear into the shadows like the bat.
Maybe. Roll for it.
this needs to be on the cameras.
This would be a
I'm
good
not
one.
going to roll the giant doom dice then.
Oh.
There's a d6.
Oh!
Well, that's a 9. Or wait, no, that's a 11. Hey.
Well, hopefully their passive perception is not super high. It's also dark. That helps.
It is dark. It's quite dark, in fact.
But
Really?
notice how John said it's so dark that I gain advantage. So, yeah, we're in trouble. Specifically, I'm in trouble.
So, you sneak up to where Leosin is. You're there. You're behind the scaffold that he's tied to.
All right. I'm going to saunter on up to it and poke him. Shh.
Who's there?
A friend. Well, more of an associate of a friend. I'm
Kinda-
behind you.
kinda
Don't look
looks
around.
around.
Just stay still. Act natural. All
Or
right.
dead.
Or pass out. Whatever works better for you. Maro sent me.
Maro.
Yeah. And some lady named Hekabe.
You shouldn't have come.
Well, they talked me into it. So, we're gonna go soon. Hopefully. Nothing's...
It's too dangerous.
Yeah, we're aware of that. We're aware. We're totally... We are more than aware of how dangerous it is. What I need you to do is be quiet. And very quietly tell me, do you think you can walk?
I can walk.
All right.
You should leave me, though.
Well, your friends are very insistent that we do not leave you. So
I'm
it's gonna
getting
happen.
good information.
Oh.
Wait, seriously? This is your whole plan?
Well, mostly.
Are you legit serious?
Yes.
Roll for legit.
Roll to see if he's lying.
I can learn more. I can take the risk.
Well, this puts me in a quandary.
Oh god. That's all we need is quandary in the
Well,
mix.
it does. Like, in all realism, it's like,
Yeah, go ahead. It's your
No, I
choice, man.
wasn't-
We're not
wasn't
talking.
making
It's
fun
your
of you. I
moment.
was just...
This is your moment.
well, we're just going to have to call your intelligence gathering efforts a little bit short today because it's time to go home.
Okay. You gonna cut him loose?
I'm going to cut him loose.
You have a dagger?
I have a short sword.
All right, so you're able to cut him loose pretty quickly.
Okay.
As soon as I see him cut him loose.
Can't see it. It's pitch black.
I can't see it all from here.
You can, you can see what's going on up there.
Okay.
To be clear, you're on the edge of the firelight. So, like, paying attention, you see more movement up there than you previously saw.
Okay. So, as he's cutting, when he cuts him down, and I see that he's down,
Okay.
I'm gonna take that stick that I've been playing with,
Right.
and like get into like a coughing fit of some sort, and then light the tents on fire.
Okay. So I want you to roll sleight of hand.
Is there a sleight of hand?
There is.
I love that you were like, cough, 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 light on fire.
Fire.
Mistaken arson.
Oh, very
Yeah.
nice.
For one.
21.
All right. So you kind of start coughing really hard and feign stepping away to take care of it, and you just casually drop the brand of flaming wood onto the tent spot and pick it up on your way back and throw it to one side, and it lands on the other tent. Those tents are going to be in absolute flames in 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Okay. And do I think that if I call attention to it now,
You could put it out right now.
you could put it
It's
out
going
right
to take
now?
a while for the fire to spread.
You should
Okay.
just walk away and just let for someone
I'm gonna
else.
start just meandering towards the crevasse that we are meeting up at.
Okay.
All right. Do I see or notice this happening?
Nope.
All right. Okay. Well.
You've got Leosin down.
All right. So when I give the word, we're gonna disappear in the shadows like the bat.
Whatever. Let's go quickly.
All right. I'm gonna just grab him and.
He's pretty weak.
But I'm gonna.
He can walk though.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of shoulder him along so we move at a brisker pace than
Okay.
we would.
So I need you to roll stealth again.
Okay.
And roll.
And I need you to roll
better.
stealth
Better! Stealth better!
That's not better.
with disadvantage.
Oh,
Oh, well,
Yep.
probably that 4 because you can't.
Yeah, it was that 4, so 10.
Got a 10.
Freaking say anything before I roll the dice. You know how that goes.
You
Justin.
cursed it!
You know how this goes.
Where you're headed towards that.
Disadvantage doesn't even matter.
What I want to do is head back into the darkness and then towards the crevasse. So we
Okay,
don't go
so-
from the scaffolding in the light.
Where you are right now, you can head back towards a darker area.
Yeah.
And then you could go 2 ways.
Yeah.
You could go around behind the rest of the huts, but then you'd have to hook up straight through where all of the huts are to get to that crevasse on the other side of the camp from you.
Okay.
Or you could go back into the darkness and go up around past the mouth of that cave and behind the large building to get to the crevasse.
Oh my god, I'm boned either way. This is not well thought out. Screw it. I was just going back in the scaffolding.
I thought it was on the other side.
I know, me too.
Great.
This is where theater of the mind falls apart because I'm like, I need a picture.
This was my map, but I don't think it worked.
Oh.
That map is not a good map.
It's dead.
It's dead to me.
Well, standing there isn't helping. You should probably make a decision.
All right, we're going back into the darkness, and then we're gonna
Wait, which
Go.
darkness?
the
Both darkness?
the general darkness because I then have my 2 routes. Because my other route is just to grab him and walk towards the fire.
Yeah, your other choice is to walk straight north towards the cookery tents,
What
past the large building,
does
past some
Holt
huts
wear?
to the.
What?
What does Holt wear? A leather armor, but
I figured a ranger's cloak.
Leather armor, a
Man.
tunic, a cloak.
a cloak.
All right, I take off the cloak and give it to Leosin.
Okay.
So he did kind of look familiar. He doesn't quite stand out as someone who was tied up and getting the shit kicked out of him for weeks on end.
Okay.
Or a day.
Where are you going?
You know what? We're gonna go into the darkness and we're gonna go right to the camp.
You're gonna go right
By
through
the
camp.
fire.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make it act like he's been hurt by the fire if anyone stops us.
There's not a fire yet,
Well then,
so you know at this point.
okay.
So
I'm not going towards the big tent. That's basically where I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah.
Because there's a half dragon there who's gonna be like lightning
DM,
No.
you know, I'm watching the guards with my half-elven vision.
up in the tower.
And if,
Right.
you know, even if they're looking in the direction where I think that they might see something, I'd like to
Okay.
an opportunity to cast.
So
Can I even see the guards up the tower right now? It's too dark for me.
I mean, you can see them
Sort of.
literally silhouetted against stars.
Okay.
Right. Or backlit clouds that are lit by the moon. Right.
Really wish I hadn't used my
and
guided strike today.
They're so far away from you right now, Maro, that even your elven vision can't see them clearly.
Oh,
right?
okay.
They're 100 feet up,
Oh, I see. Okay.
essentially, because they're about 50 feet up, and then they're in a tower that's about 30 feet tall, and they're on top of it, right?
Okay, so I'd have to get right beneath them to actually.
You actually have to climb up there. But Hoult, you are hooked back around. You're behind some huts in an area of kind of scrubby bushes, and you're gonna head north through the camp.
Yep.
And you start doing that.
All right.
And you are making your way across an open space between two clusters of tents when somebody coming the other way is like, "Hey, you drink too much there, buddy," to you sheltering the other guy.
He can never hold his liquor. Every single day we do this. Just lightweights.
Roll deception.
Oh, deception. This is gonna be awesome.
No, great.
Well, more than a 4.
12.
And as he steps
DM looks unimpressed.
towards you,
Yeah.
to like try and help the guy you're carrying, he's like, "Wait a second," and you see like the recognition shoot through his eyes.
Okay, I stab him.
Stab him
Roll for initiative.
stealthily.
No, that's not great. 9.
Something tells me this guy went before you.
Yeah. Something told me this guy went before me.
Talking's not a free action, right?
Talking's a free action.
Damn it.
Yep, he's gonna start shouting the alarm.
I don't see any.
He
of this
steps back.
happening, Do I?
Mm-hmm.
And he grabs his club that's hanging at his side. You've reached the others in the crevice at this point.
Yeah.
Hekabe. And you hear him yell, "What are you doing? Who are you?" And it's your turn.
Draw my sword. Tiamat, what the hell? Put your weapon away.
Okay. Roll intimidate.
Nope.
Oh my god.
I hate your dice.
What'd
Your
you get?
dice betray me.
What'd you get total?
3.
Oh my god.
A couple other guys. You see 3 other people heading your direction right now.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody get Karab.
Do we see this happening?
Where's Mondath?
We don't.
You guys hear yelling from inside the
Trying.
camp.
Just
I know.
Keep asking.
We do hear yelling.
You hear yelling from inside the camp.
Something's
Does
wrong.
the fire look like it's getting bigger from where I'm standing?
Yeah, you can see it.
To smolder.
Like you can see it flickering, and there's smoke coming up from back there right now.
Wish I had my fire mage.
Hoult.
I'm gonna.
This guy is not buying it.
All right.
Would you like a lifeline here, Paul?
Sure. Sure. I will call a friend.
You should try to convince them that Resmir said that she wanted the prisoner.
Okay.
Or run.
Resmir, Resmir wanted her. Wanted him.
Roll deception.
Roll better.
Please roll better.
Well, if
Oh my god, it's another goddamn 4.
I swear to
Yay, statistical variance.
It was
What's
a
your
4.
armor class?
Paul's not very
armor
convincing.
class is 15.
All right, he steps forward and he takes a swing at you with his club.
Okay.
You do manage to catch his arm and push him away.
Okay.
He is trying to, do the murdering thing on you.
The murdering thing?
The murdering thing.
Yeah, now they're completely unconvinced.
Where he hits you in the head with his steel-capped oak.
All right. Well,
Piece.
in that case, I will tell him that he is. You know what? I will stab him all the while basically telling him that he is standing in the way of Tiamat and she will not be denied.
Okay.
Oh, Oh, look at that! I hit him with a 23.
All right, roll damage.
So you're better at murdering
Of
things
course.
than lying
9.
to them.
Okay, you take him in the gut and he falls over backwards, likely dead.
All right, and I will. Anyone else get in the way of Tiamat, and I will have their head beat it to raspberry.
There's no one immediately near you. There's
Okay,
people walking towards you. They're kind of starting to break into jogs now that an actual fight has broken out.
All right.
Did we hear the yelling?
You hear people yelling out in the camp.
Yeah,
right?
but we think that's the
I
fire.
think it's the fire, probably. Yeah.
No, we can see the tents with the fire.
You can.
So we know it's not the fire.
Why?
Because we can see the tents with the fire and nobody's going there. They're running the other way.
We don't know that.
Well, we can.
I think it's up to Paul. Actually, at this point, I don't think we can do anything.
Yeah,
It's up to Hoult, rather.
I am grabbing him, and we are running
Okay.
as fast as we can.
Okay. I need you to make a strength check or a strength save.
8.
Total.
Your strength's got to be better than that.
It's +2, and then +2 for proficiency. So I get 8 because it's 4 + 4.
Oh,
Okay.
well, another 4. 4 is your favorite number.
On 6 different dice.
Wow.
We're just gonna rotate your d20 so we find one that doesn't suck.
Do you want the big one?
The big
No.
one, the big ones
Take
are
the
good.
big one.
Nope.
You know you want the big one.
It's only rolled
Test-
1-1
test
tonight.
it, Test it.
Test it. There, you got that one out of the way.
He rolled a 1,
Yeah, that's
everyone.
all.
He rolled a 1.
Wow.
Enough comedy jokes.
Jokes.
Are the guards doing anything right now? It looks like they're alarmed.
Are the guards doing anything?
Yeah.
They've all moved to the other side of the platform. Actually.
I'm going to try to get within range to cast on them.
Okay, what's the range on your spell?
90.
So you're going to have to climb
Okay.
some. Oh, no, you're not. You're fine.
Okay.
They're about 80 feet away. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You
All
could
right.
cast.
I cast sleep.
Okay.
I will ready my crossbow if I see any of
Oh,
them
nice.
not
That's a pretty good hit.
slump over.
That's 16 times 2 is 32, 38.
Okay. You watch as 3 of the guards fall over.
I shoot my crossbow at the one that's not falling over.
Okay. And he looks around and you hear him say, "What are you doing?" as they lay down to be like, I'm so tired.
Is this going to be a disadvantage because I can't see them?
Why would you say that?
Yeah, I know, right?
That's more interesting.
Can I make this harder for me, DM?
Sure.
No, it will not be disadvantaged.
Okay.
Whose team are you
How
on,
does
Justin?
your
They're clearly silhouetted, I think it's fair to say.
Okay. How does the bardic inspiration work? Do I have to roll that before I roll this
You
dice?
roll it
You can-
after you roll, but before you know if you
before I know
succeeded.
whether or not the result is good. Okay. Wait,
Oh,
look, another
come
4.
on.
Cock ass.
Why
Why is there so many 4s?
This is what happens when I forget my own dice.
Son of a cock-ass.
I will add bardic inspiration.
Yes, you will. Oh my god.
5, so that
That's
goes
much
up
better.
to 9, which will be a 13.
That is a hit.
All right.
So far, Bardic Inspiration has actually
Wow.
saved our ass.
1d8 plus 2. Probably doesn't kill this guy, but 9 damage.
Okay. He takes a bolt and stumbles a little. You can tell that you wounded him, but he does not go down.
I will use my last War Priest strike for the day.
Okay.
Shoot at him again.
Can I have the player's
okay.
handbook, please? Thank you very much.
All right. So Tempest
I wrote down
fills
all
me
my
with
ranges.
divine power.
Yes,
and
yes, he does.
Hopefully, it's better than a 4. Hey,
Oh
look!
my god,
it's another
4!
Come on! What is happening with the
can't.
world right
I
now?
want to just rage quit right now.
Everyone, go buy
assume
lottery
8
tickets
is,
for 4.
And
Not
it
a
is a
4?
miss.
Okay.
So another crossbow goes whistling
Shoot.
past this guy. And we cut back to
Beautiful,
Hoult,
right?
who is going face down into the mud as a cultist comes out from a cluster of tents and tackles him.
All right. Okay.
It's your go. There is There are several cultists running up behind you. Leosin stumbles and almost falls as his support is taken away.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'll stab the guy on me.
Okay.
Nope, I do not.
What'd you get?
I got a 8.
It's good. It's a good roll.
No, it's not.
It's actually bad.
Don't lie to me, John.
I'm not going to coddle you.
Don't coddle me, John.
That's a bad roll.
I've played more worse RPGs than this.
You have rolled poorly.
I have rolled poorly. I am aware of that. So in that case, I will tell the Ozin to keep going.
Okay. The guy on top of you takes a swing with his club.
Mm-hmm.
Great. He doesn't hit you. Leosin steps forward and tries to kick this guy pretty squarely in the face.
He's a monk.
And
Monk kick.
Go.
He's a monk, but
Kick him hard.
he's basically crippled.
Wow.
Oh wow. Catches him square in the jaw, and you hear his neck snap.
Oh wow.
It's nice to know that the tortured, half-crippled man is more effective than the rest of us.
I mean, as soon as he he barely is able to follow through on the kick, so he kicks and he stumbles and he trips over you and hits the ground and starts coughing. It's your turn.
I pick him up and we're going.
Pick him up and keep
Gonna
going.
Keep going.
That's nice.
I'm really hoping your fire catches on here soon.
You hear someone yell, "Fire! Fire!" at the top of the next round.
Hey, there's a fire.
There's a fire. Fucking finally.
We start.
Good job.
Should we roll initiative?
And
if we have-
you should roll into initiative at this point. The two of you who surprised. And you hear
You're on there too, right? She's next to us too.
Yeah.
So she can actually might have a better shot at shooting. If you want to wait, do you think she'd be able to shoot too?
You were right there. You saw me not kill this guy.
And she rolled a 20.
I hate everything. I want to burn this place to the ground.
So Hekabe is first.
Sure.
No justice in the world.
Caledryn and Maro, what'd you get?
Caledryn got a 14.
I got a 12. No, sorry, 10. Straight up 10.
Straight up 10. Okay.
Straight up.
You should shoot.
No ice.
This
Straight
guy.
up now. Tell me it's a good.
Hekabe.
You may have to move this out a little bit so people can see it.
Keep kicking that.
No, I mean the camera angle is like.
Oh,
this
they
way.
can't read it.
Okay.
You can't read.
Yeah,
No, they can't read
You
it.
can sort of see it.
They can see that the red people are the ones that are the bad guys.
Hekabe.
You shoot the guy.
Your last chance.
Shoot the
I'm gonna
dude.
Shoot the guy.
Shoot the dude
All right.
in the face. Preferably.
Did you already use your action search today?
I did not.
Hey.
Oh, good.
That'll be
So,
good. Oh, and I have to mark.
That's the thing I have.
So you have another second shot, like I did.
Statistically, you should be able to do this. Just don't roll a 4.
So what happens if this is another 4?
And what
Then
do I add
I'm-
into
She's
this?
got another 6.
Then I'm getting on a plane and I'm going back to Las Vegas and I'm going to
I had
spend
my
more than
attack
$5
bonus
at the
for
slot
that.
machines.
Yep.
Just let it ride.
Just let it ride.
Oh, mother cock!
Well, it's out of 4.
I'm out. Sorry.
Ridiculous.
You forgot to put anything in the crossbow.
All right.
Click.
Okay,
So action search.
that was a 6.
As your longbow arrow
That was
goes
a 7.
No, that's a
whistling
1, which just never hits.
past this
Oh,
guy.
it's just,
Ones always miss.
okay, I didn't
Yes.
realize that.
He
Can I
yells,
use my action surge?
"Alarm!"
Yep.
Yeah,
I couldn't use it before.
you can use it.
Okay. I would like to use my action surge.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, his buddy's slumped over. He
been
got
shot.
2
You
crossbow
can do
bolts
it.
shot at him.
He's starting to
another
yell.
bow. Yeah.
Oh, come on!
Oh, this is.
9?
Ow.
Oh, no, don't ask. Don't ask yet because if you
Oh,
want-
wait, I can use my monk. Don't tell me.
No, yeah, there you
Your
go.
bard thing.
Bardic
that?
inspiration.
You have inspiration
Roll
from me,
6.
which is much better.
Okay, so
8 plus whatever.
15.
Hits.
Yes!
Roll damage.
You still need to kill him with the damage.
I'm sorry, I was just really excited that I hit. We've been having a lot of problems today.
What's your damage on your
Where's my
longbow?
D10?
Is it
Or
D-
D8. D8.
Here you go.
D8 plus dexterity bonus.
Which is pretty high. It's +4.
You can do this. 7's good.
7.
7 more damage.
As he begins to let out a cry, he starts to go, ah! You puncture his lung with your longbow shot, and it turns into a kind of startled cough, and he slumps over. He falls over onto his knees and then falls all the way down.
One crisis averted of 2.
Yes!
And doesn't fall off the tower.
One crisis.
Oh my god!
One crisis of several.
He stumbles forward and falls right off the tower.
Onto the plateau, right?
And there's a loud clang crack as his body hits the cliff edge and continues to tumble down into the camp below.
Come on. Couldn't you have hit him in such a way so that the arrow hit him backwards?
Way
I'm
to
sorry.
devalue all my hard work, John.
Is that written in the adventure?
Hell no.
This is because we didn't get enough Twitch followers?
Back to Paul.
Maybe.
Uh-oh.
All right. Now, how's it looking, John?
You are stumbling with...
Leosin.
where are we right now?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
The guard's dead, I guess, so...
Yeah, there's a few people after you right now.
Yeah.
Though no one has caught up with you at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You're fast.
You are now among tents running forward,
Mm-hmm.
and you're maybe 100 feet from where you think your friends are.
Okay, and I'm hearing people call out fire?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will...
And the people around you are turning to look in that direction, right?
That is
Some of them are like, wait, like, or hey, stop, because they saw you
Mhm.
scuffling with other people at this point.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to...
Are you going as fast as you can? Is that your goal right now?
I'm yelling, we need water, as I'm running and getting Leosin away.
Okay. And you're moving a double move full speed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless there's a target I need to murder.
That's not nearly enough force.
Maro, it's your turn. Are you doing anything?
Yes, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm
wait,
getting
what happened to me?
the wording on that, but basically what I want to try and do is
I have something.
impersonate the guard, saying, "Oh, sorry, drop my sword."
Nice. Roll deception.
Drop my sword with his arrow in my lung. I guess it's still at the edge of the light.
That's
All I know is
18.
He fell down.
You see a guy who was like, hey, are you okay? Okay, yeah, that's fine. He turns and starts walking away.
Nice.
I'm
Caledryn.
going to start climbing the wall.
Okay.
It's athletics, right?
So you're just kind of doing it at your own speed, or are you doing it as quickly as you can?
I guess at this point we don't know that everything's gone to shit. So,
Always assume.
well, I guess no.
Always
So
assume
like,
it's gone to
I don't think maybe Tito's or Maro's deception may hold up. So I'm gonna be trying to not like scramble. Like, I don't want to fall off.
Right.
But I definitely want to go faster than trying to be careful.
So you're going to move quickly.
Yes.
Sort of a binary. Are you going to take your time, or are you going to move quickly?
Move quickly.
Are you trying to be quiet?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's enough.
Strength athletics.
Okay. I cannot even be quiet even if I wanted to. That will be 13.
Okay, so you start climbing.
Okay.
And then we're back to Hekabe. So Caledryn has turned to start climbing the cliff.
Okay.
There's no guards. You can hear an incredible ruckus coming from the camp.
Well, I assume.
You hear people yelling for guards. You hear people yelling alarm. You hear people yelling fire.
I would assume that all the ruckus is because of the fire. 'cause
You
I
hear
haven't-
people
I haven't
yelling,
seen
"We need
anything
water."
that's going on. So I'm going to. I guess I'm just going to follow him
Okay.
and start climbing.
All right.
Maro is going to hold to the plan and wait for the person that we're going to rescue
You're-
before we
you're-
start climbing.
You're gonna
I
wait.
mean, you see Caledryn letting out a rope behind him. I
Got
thought
it.
that was the plan.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just
My hope
kind of just being a
is-
jerk. I'm waiting. I'm using my eyes to try and get eyes on Hoult as soon as possible. Hoult and our friend.
Hoult,
Leosin.
the guys immediately chasing you have caught up with you,
Okay.
and they're both making attacks against you.
Okay.
They're close on your heels.
Okay.
Your AC is what again?
15.
Okay, neither of them hit you.
Okay.
And it is your turn, but they're in melee with you.
All right.
So
Well,
if you move away, they're going to get opportunity
I
attacks.
know. I'm going to tell Leosin to keep going, and I'm going to try my best to give this guy an open-throated smile.
Okay, so you're going to let Leosin go, tell him to go.
Keep going.
You're going to turn and fight these two.
I'm going to try and cut down one.
So at this point, Maro, you see Hoult and a figure in a cloak break the edge of the tents, moving towards you.
Okay.
It's unmistakably Hoult's cloak, but Hoult is not wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're being pursued by several cultists, you can see.
Okay,
At
so
this
if I
point,
can see them, then they're within 60 feet, right?
they're within 60 feet for sure.
Okay.
And Hoult turns to fight and lets the figure in the cloak stumble onwards. Hoult attacks. You have you have both short swords out now?
Yeah, at this point.
I call behind me, Hoult's in trouble!
So what does the short sword do again? I get 2 attacks, and then one of them is just no bonus, or how does it work
The second one will get no strength bonus to damage.
Gotcha. So I hit 19 for 8 on, I guess, one of them.
All right. He falls back gurgling.
All right.
As you give him aforementioned open-throated smiles.
And then I will attempt to discourage the other gentleman that wants to dance. Because I am not that kind of...
You're not that kind of lady.
Not that kind of lady. And 17. For...
5.
No damage bonus, just whatever it says on the die.
5 then.
Okay.
Well, you said no strength bonus, and I have a +4, and I wasn't sure that's proficiency or not related, so...
That's all strength.
All right, so in that case, yeah.
Maro?
So I'm up now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to viciously mock the one that's still up.
Okay.
And I will say, Tiamat hates you.
Okay, you just kind of whisper it into the breeze.
Yeah. Hey, 19. That's probably a hit. Wait, I don't have to. I always forget this.
No, he makes a
wisdom save
against
my, which is 14.
He doesn't make it.
And so he takes 1d4 damage. Which is 2.
Then he's disadvantaged, right?
And he has disadvantage on his next attack.
You see him like turn his head, and then Hoult catches him across the arm with a sword swipe, and he stumbles back and hits the ground.
Nice.
I do it. Wow.
He just kind of like got distracted by something and opened his guard. You took him down.
Nice. All right. And in that case, if I have any more actions left, I don't know if I do or not. I will try to keep running.
No. You're kind of shit out of luck there.
Okay.
Hekabe, you're climbing?
I have a question.
Okay.
So, how much longer do I think it's going to take me to get to the top?
A while.
Was that not the question answer you expected?
I mean,
Well, I was hoping I could do ranged assist from the top of the cliff.
a minute of dedicated
Does that make
climbing.
sense?
But we're in rounds though, so yeah. We may not need to now. I'll say.
I mean, you could turn and start firing your bow. There's enough sure footing on this cliff face, right? Like, you could go for it.
I'm going to go for it.
But there aren't any other cultists up right now, right?
Or
there was only 2 facing.
There were 2 fighting him in melee.
Okay, but there's other people who are running.
There are more coming.
So yeah, be on your guard, like hold, I guess. I'm not telling you what to do, but yeah. There are no targets, I don't think.
There are targets. I mean, if you want to take a shot at one of the people who is like has their weapon out and is running towards where Hoult is, you can.
okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's basically like, he's kind of like stumbled out a couple feet away from the rest of the camp. And the rest of the camp is like doing this.
I love this plan.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, half the camp is
love it
worried
when
about the
a
fire.
plan
The
comes
other one's
together.
worried about killing us.
It's a hit.
So
It's a win-win.
Where's
yeah,
the D?
got 30 people.
There's many of them. Here are a couple.
Thank you.
Well, considerably less.
These are great, by
I
the way.
killed like 3 of them. So
I got a 5.
Okay. All right.
And then I use my movement to keep climbing.
Okay. Great.
Done and done.
I feel like that worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm up next, right?
With us being able to lob stuff at them,
Yes,
I think
you
we're
are.
doing pretty good.
I'm going to continue climbing as quickly as I can, letting out the rope, because that's the only way we're going to get away from these guys.
Okay.
Do I need to roll again?
You don't.
Okay.
You've made your roll. And
How far am I at the end of my movement from the top?
how far are you at the end of your movement from the top?
Yes.
6 rounds of climbing.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Okay.
It's a
Good to
100-foot
know.
cliff. You're going as quick as you can.
I love this plan.
It's a great plan. It's a privilege to be part of this plan.
Yeah.
2 more cultists come out of the camp armed with scimitars and go after Hoult.
When I looked at the cliff, it didn't look that tall.
I think I'm dead. Judging by that expression, either he missed horribly or I'm dead. In fact, he's getting more dice. I'm probably dead.
Could be both.
Yeah, I'm dead.
So, a crit then.
If it's more than 22
No
points.
crits.
Commercial.
How many crits?
14 damage.
14 damage. Really?
They both hit. They both do their maximum damage.
That's actually not that. Oh, wait, 14 each or 14
No.
total?
14 in
14 total.
Okay.
It's still like half your hit points, right?
Your
I'm at
your
8
luck
out of
is just
24,
so trash tonight
Yeah.
that you, of the 2 shitty mooks who attacked you, they both hit and they both did max damage.
Okay.
Oh, a 0.5% chance.
All
Just
right.
saying.
You should start rolling 4s. We're all doing it.
Everybody's doing
Everybody's doing it.
I'm not
Yeah,
part of
don't-
your club.
Don't you want to be cool, John? Don't you want to be part of the club?
Be in the 4 club.
The group shun the non-forber believer. For believer.
Forber. It's your turn, Hoult.
All right. Well, I will make them regret that decision because I can't move without
Okay.
problems. Right?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I missed the first one with an 8.
You could also delay your action and see if the other people can use ranged attacks to get them off you, and then you could run.
Caledryn says from up on top of the cliff.
At this point, I think we can totally
Holt's
metagame
character
the situation.
is intelligent enough to think of appropriate tactics.
So did we discarding that, or am I attacking? Like, what am I?
Whatever
I mean,
you want.
I was
that was
attacking.
what
That's
I
what I
was-
was doing.
You're attacking then. Attack.
So
If you say you want to
missed,
attack, you're
I
attacking.
got an 8 on the first one, and I missed.
You miss.
Of course, it's max damage. But the second one I hit with an 18 for 3 points.
Okay.
I will viciously mock. Say, you'll never amount to anything. Why do I keep rolling? I don't need to roll. They need to roll against me, which is a 14. I'm viciously mocking one and saying, you are never going to amount to anything
Okay.
because of your incredible flatulence.
Fails.
He takes 1 psychic damage and has disadvantage.
Okay.
That's more important, really, that he has the disadvantage.
It is. It's the best. That's the best part, right? Let's see.
I say to myself to make me feel better for rolling a 1.
Hysterically, that ends him.
That's pretty hysterical.
Poor guy.
And we're back to Hekabe.
I'm gonna shoot again.
Okay.
Someone's on top of him. Is that
He has
Did I get
2
that right?
enemies in melee with him right now.
okay?
How was just one?
Didn't we just-
Now it's just the one.
Okay, just
There's
one.
2 more on the way that you can clearly tell are headed
I'm
towards
gonna
him.
try to kill the one that's on Holt
Okay.
or hit him. Kill seems a little egomaniacal. 15.
Oh,
Hits.
it's way more than that. With your longbow? Yeah, you're like +6 to attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
well I hit.
It hits either way.
I keep getting my numbers.
D8's right there.
Ooh, yes. So I got a 9.
Okay, you catch the remaining cultist fighting Hoult in the throat, and he goes down.
Sweet. Boop.
The force of the longbow hit, in fact, is so great that he falls, kind of in shock. And it's Caledryn's turn. You're continuing to climb.
You
Yep.
stuff.
Okay.
Gotta take.
5 more rounds to
Killing
go.
And
If I stopped and started shooting my crossbow, it would take a lot longer.
2 more cultists
Would.
arrive to fight Hoult.
Luckily, there's rope.
Well, I'm dying for a good cause.
Who takes 2 more damage. And it's Holt's turn, and it's Maro's turn. You can probably
Right.
act simultaneously. You're viciously mocking, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't do anything.
I do not like you.
All right. That's a 9 on the first attack, which misses probably.
Yep.
And then a 13 on the second attack
That's a hit.
for 5.
Not your day.
Nope, not my day.
Hekabe.
Ruin my day.
Shoot.
12.
How far away is Hoult from us?
That's a hit.
Can I see the book?
Ooh. 11.
Wow. Okay. Your arrow lances out and takes down the one running up to Hoult just as Hoult is able to push the one that's right next to him away, and you quickly restring another arrow and take that one down as well.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Thank you. That sort of maybe hopefully will help me.
Now run.
Now run.
Well, we'll see. I might still have more cultists coming after me.
Caledryn, you're still climbing.
How far away is
Hoult from
Hoult
you?
from me?
Hoult is roughly 150 feet.
Okay. So Caledryn's just gonna make a note of like if he sees Hoult within about 60 feet of him,
Okay.
I can do something as a bonus action in addition to continuing to
Okay.
climb. So get within 60 feet.
That's
if
not
you
going to
want
happen
healing.
anytime soon.
And pretty soon you're
Get
gonna.
within 60 feet if you want to live.
Hoult, you have a moment of clear
Double move.
action.
Catch up with
Okay.
Leosin. Get him to the cliff or whatever we're going.
Leo, you make it basically to the cliff just as Leosin is stumbling up to the edge of the cliff side.
Okay.
Leosin, it's good to see you.
Maro, you should never have come here.
Talk later. Climb.
We'll go.
I'm going to yank out my...
Yeah, he's not going to be climbing this cliff very fast, for the record.
He should be holding on to this rope.
He is holding onto that rope.
That's why there's a rope.
Hopefully, if
How much do you
Caledryn
weigh?
gets up there, he can pull.
That's kind of the idea.
What? Get on. I can carry you.
Okay. You're going to make a strength athletics check with disadvantage.
Okay. Yes, I am going to make it.
Yes, you will.
Yes, I will.
'Cause You're.
Go, Tito, go.
18.
Wow.
18 and a 20.
You really want to get this guy alive.
Which is actually 21. As a
Okay.
result.
And Hoult, you need to make a strength athletics check too.
Okay.
So you began after. Are you going to tie the rope off onto Leosin? Is that the plan here? Are you tying it around yourself?
No, I'm going to use the rope to climb, and I'm going to just bear him.
The rope's not secured,
Yeah, I'm just like letting the rope out,
right?
so that I can secure it at the top.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
We were using the footholds of the mountain.
Well, then I'm just going to have to get him. Hopefully, with that roll, I can get him positioned in a way where
Okay.
he can just hold on to me, and I'm going to do most of all the work climbing.
Okay.
I got an 11 to start climbing the wall.
Okay. So you start climbing, as does Tito. Okay. So you are making poor time with someone on your back, but you're doing it, right?
Are there any more cultists?
Hekabe, you're going to continue climbing. Everyone's going to keep climbing, right?
Are there cultists coming into this?
Not
little
in
crevice?
clear sight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Keep climbing.
and do I see them climbing after me?
Yep.
And I see Tito with Leosin on his back.
Yep.
I have a rope is the thing, and I'm trying to figure out how to help by using this rope, but I don't think I can while I'm climbing.
No. Not really.
I think the best thing we can do is just use all of our time
Okay.
just getting
Then
up.
I'm
Could
just gonna
she
keep
at
climbing.
least tie the rope off to herself, throw it to Tito to help Tito climb faster? Because she's a stronger character than Tito is.
I'm
He's
pretty
stronger
good.
than I am.
I'm 14.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
14.
okay, never mind.
Same
I'm a
here.
dex warrior.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I'm also casting my illusion on myself,
Okay.
which is a 5-foot cube. So essentially, just want to. If anyone's looking in my
You
direction,
need
they will.
free hands
Oh.
to cast a spell.
Okay.